going, guys?
Can you tell us what you saw in the first touchdown when you run out and then up and you're looking for the ball? Did you think it was coming your way?
That was just kind of a example of like the power of Justin Fields. He's great at extending the play, and so that wasn't necessarily the play, but I saw him rolling out to the right, pushed my man up the sideline like we're kind of supposed to, and then saw a ball coming my way. I also saw one of my teammates the cross in front of me, so I'm not sure if the ball was supposed to go to him or to me, but I didn't stop to ask that question. I just took the ball, so it's a great throw by Justin.
Yes, but there was a lot of congestion there. What's the key to maintaining concentration? I think it was you, Daz, and then 3 defenders.
I don't know if there's a key. I think that football is just kind of everything. Like when that ball is in the air, like every part of my being is trying to get that ball, so it's just laser focus on it.
Does the placement of it impress you at all? It seemed like it was either.
Oh yeah. No one else could have caught that ball except maybe my other teammate. I might have taken it from him. I got to see the film. But yeah, it was a great ball, just enough space that I could get both feet in and go out of bounds. But no defender could have got that ball.
Just for earlier in the drive, you got the PI call down the left sideline. Take us through that sequence, and then another example of the ball allowing the penalty to be.
Exactly. Yeah, it was a similar play. I had a corner route versus man, and I beat him, and Justin threw the ball, and it was in a great spot. And I think I could have caught it, but the guy didn't really turn around and kind of was just smacking my hands in my face. So, you'd rather have the catch in that situation, but we'll take the yards and keep the drive going.
Feel like you took advantage of all the opportunities you were given tonight anyway,
Yeah, I think so. This is year 3, and it feels great to be comfortable in the offense and not have to be out there thinking about my responsibilities. I have great, chemistry with all the quarterbacks from previous years and training camp, and I just felt like very comfortable out there today, and I think it showed.
How many people can make that play that Justin made?
The touchdown throw, the first one?
Yeah.
Not very many. I mean, he's been looking great all camp and all season, and I'm excited to see, how it plays out for him.
Just for the one-hander, can you take us through that one?
Yeah, they were playing a lot of man coverage, and I saw that and just was really trying to get over the field and beat that guy because I knew that if I, got the edge on him, there was a good chance there was no one beyond. It wasn't really a conscious decision. It just felt like that was my best chance because it was a little bit out in front of me. Not to say it wasn't a good ball by Nick. And, yeah, I just threw the hand out, and I felt very confident making that play and getting upfield.
It seemed like you knew immediately that it was a touchdown as soon as you had hit.
I did. I think I even threw a little point or something in there, which is not usually my style, but I think I was just really excited.
What are the next couple days going to be like for you? You used to this stuff yet?
What did you say?
Are you used to it yet?
No, definitely not. It's just going to be kind of a waiting game. There's a lot of really good people that flashed great film this camp, so I'm always competing against them. And I feel like I played my best today, so just wait and see what Tuesday at 3 o'clock brings me.
Do you allow yourself to think about being here, being somewhere else, being, all the different options?
Yeah, I would love to be here, and, like I said, I'm really comfortable in this offense and know the guys really well, so I really hope it's here, but, I just want to play football, so wherever that leads me.
We heard a couple booms in there. Were you the object of one of them?
Yeah. I was the loudest on it.
Anything else?
Thank you, John.
Good. Thanks, guys.
Congrats.
Thank you.
All right, so I'll get started here. In regards to injuries in the game, Deion Bush had a stinger, Trey Roberson concussion, LaCale London elbow, and an Iggy with a shoulder. So those are the four there in the game. Big picture, overall, I thought that coming into this game, looking for these guys to be able to take advantage of opportunities. I thought they did that. We had some situational football in there. Didn't have a lot of plays in that first half, but we were able to get that 2-minute drive going with Justin, which I thought was great. And then to take it into the third quarter with Nick and the new group of guys on offense, the defense, they had a lot of plays and on their side. But overall, you always want to be able to come out of these games with as minimal amount of injuries as possible, and I feel good there. But I just appreciate this whole entire training camp, this preseason with our guys. They've been phenomenal, as I've told you in the past. And, now what they've done is they've made our job tough and Ryan's job tough, because I feel like there's a lot of competition at certain spots. And when you do that, that enables you to realize that you're bringing in good players and good guys that eventually we might not be able to keep, that go to another team. And that's a part of this business. So
The touchdown pass that goes through, is that everything with him? Is that the mental side of being able to improvise and the physical side of being able to make a throw like that?
Yeah, I mean, he was in a scramble mode. He got up and outside of the pocket, and sometimes when you get down in that big red zone, that's what happens. And he made a great throw, and Jesper made a heck of a catch, and so I think it goes to show. The one thing about Justin that I think he does a great job with is he keeps his eyes downfield. So like, it would be so easy when you run 4.4 I know if I was 4.4, I'd be running all the time because I know how that feels. But he's staying up, man. He's throwing that ball, and he did a great job. And then Jesper made a great catch.
Matt, you obviously know the end result of that, but in congestion there, is there anything about that throw you don't like, or is that okay?
No, I was okay with it. I thought with the time on the clock where we were, he took a shot. And we had another guy behind Jesper, and so sometimes that happens. You want to be smart. You don't want to do the ones like he had one last week where he was trying to throw it out of bounds and it just stayed barely in bounds and got almost got picked. And he knew right away. I just got to put a little bit more on it. That one there that happened tonight, I was fine with, and obviously you love the results.
Matt, how hard is it for a rookie quarterback to keep his eyes downfield the way he does?
How hard is it? Yeah, it can be difficult because a lot of times what these guys do is they put their line, like if you guys are the O-line, my eyes go here instead of down there. And so I think he has a good feel of where that is. And I thought our offensive line did a good job of giving him that pocket, especially in that drive. So he has that feel, and then they know when he gets up and out, now is he taking off or are you going to commit, and now he's going to throw it. And that's one of the things I've come away with in training camp, realizing that he's pretty special when he's outside the pocket.
The placement of that throw,
Yeah,
special
really good.
is that, especially with the guy in his heels?
Really good. I mean, you're running to the right, you're throwing to the right, a little bit across the body, but it's the accuracy, and that has always been. You guys know, you've seen it. I mean, that's one of his strengths is his downfield throw accuracy balls, and he did it, and so we took advantage of it.
What did you think of him up until that final drive? It seemed like it was just got going.
Yeah, we weren't really we were not getting a lot of first downs. They were getting first downs, and it was one of those ones, you 3 and out, then a punt, and trying to get the run game going just a little bit, but at the same point in time, it just happened that we didn't get many plays. So that's why at least at the end of the quarter there, to be able to get that 2-minute going was good.
You talked about the run game. What do you think of the offensive line playing?
I thought it was good for them. It really was. I mean, that's why we wanted to do that. It was to be able to let them get out there, not even so much schematically as it was just them working together, them being in the huddle, them knowing what it's like together, sitting on the bench with Juan after a play, looking at the video together. But that's what it's all about. Now we got time to put it all together, get into where we're at, and they get to see themselves on tape. But I thought it was very important, regardless of results of really what happened, I thought it was important to get that cohesion of them being together.
Your thoughts on the night that Jesper had, obviously 3 touchdowns
Yeah.
and an ability to take advantage of opportunity.
Sure. Well, I mean, we talked about that the other day. When these guys get opportunities, he took advantage of it. And you like to see that with these players. They all get opportunities, and he did that. So I'm proud of him for that.
Matt, you said, I think it was this past week, you said that Fields is farther along than you probably would have predicted that where he'd be right now.
Sure.
Are you looking at a guy that in your mind is an NFL-ready quarterback today?
Yeah, I think that he's at a point right now where he's the level where we thought maybe he'd be at coming into this thing. You never know, right? And he's done a lot of great things. So I would say that with our situation, with where Andy's at and where he's at, that he's done everything he can to make us feel good that if we were to put him in the game or had to put him in the game, that he would do fine.
When you look at rookies, when you bring in a rookie quarterback, some of them are more of a project than others,
Mhm.
as far as developmentally and long term. He doesn't really seem like a project. He seems like a guy that came in pretty good and has advanced pretty well since.
For us, what we've asked him to do is to digest this offense, to be able to play fast, see things. He's still growing with some things, right? Within whether it's schematically some things he's seeing or where he's at, but I like that. I think that's natural. Every rookie quarterback right now is growing through some of that stuff. I thought he's done a great job of staying very positive. Whether it's a good play that he makes, he rebounds and stays flatlined. If it's a bad play, he really rebounds well. So I think Flip and Bill Lazor have done a great job of preparing him. And for him, that's a credit to him because he's done what we've asked him to do.
Do you have enough time to get Peters ready to play a full NFL game?
I would say that for us, we'll have to talk to him, see how did he feel with the amount of, I don't even know how many reps he got. 21, yeah. So that's about what we were hoping to get from him, regardless of whether it was the first quarter or a quarter and a half. So we'll have to see how's he feel tomorrow, recovering from a day of playing. And then we got this time in between to let him continue to get in football shape and see where he's at. But we hope that that's the case.
How many padded practices between now and the Rams game?
Padded, maybe one. Oh, between we have another week too. So yeah, there's probably two. Yeah.
Peters,
Yeah.
you haven't seen him for long, but have you seen enough now?
Ye-
You're pretty confident that that's plan A at left tackle?
Yeah, I think so. I feel good. I feel good with Jason. I think Juan does. I think Bill does. He's come in here. What I'm really impressed with how well he's picked up, the lingo, the terminology. He's done great there, and he's so focused. Like he comes in and he sits back. He hears everything. He's helping these other guys out. All the other tackles. I mean, he's awesome. That's all we can ask for. Now it's just the physical side. Like where's he at physically for week one? And that's what we got. He knows it. We're gonna step it up. We're gonna get him going. He's ready for it. But I think that's a really good acquisition by Ryan and his guys to be able to get him in here.
And go back to the touchdown.
Yeah.
From Justin. I mean, Chicago's already going crazy. How do you balance the excitement that play brings and just the things he could do within the context of
Sure.
the plan?
No,
Is it
well,
difficult?
no. So for us, it goes back to. I mean, we are just as excited, right? And this is the plan. This is the process. We understand that, and it's what we've been saying from the very start. But with this, like when you look at this thing, big picture, we love where he's at. He's done everything we've asked him to do, and he knows all he's focused on every day, even tomorrow, is being as great as he can be, and know that what we said make it as hard on us as we can, and we'll all know. That's what I've said from day one. And so as we continue with this plan and this process, that's where we'll be at.
Has he made it more difficult?
No, I mean, I think we knew, or we hoped at least, that he would get to this point. And now we know where we're at as a staff, with where we're at with Andy. Again, being able to go out there and see where the entire offense is at collectively with the wide receivers, the tight ends, the O-line against the Rams with that plan, but also knowing, okay, here's what Justin did, right? And we had to see that, we had to know that, and now we move forward with what we talked about, but at the same point in time, feeling really good about where we're at with our quarterbacks.
He's obviously not a finished product, but the touchdown in particular, the way he's able to sprint up and then over and make the throw on the dead run. How many people can make that play? Just that one specific play.
I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of great quarterbacks in this league, and I think that it's something that he is going to continue to just keep practicing, whether it's up and out to the right, up and out to the left. But that's who he is. He's able to make great plays.
Matt, what did you want us about Goldman and Trevathan to get out of their action tonight?
Well, both specifically Eddie, he hasn't played in a while, and Eddie was like, "Hey, I want to play. I want to get out there. I want to see where I'm at." And so we appreciated that. Again, we'll have to talk to him, see where he's at physically and how he felt. But I thought he played really well. And then Danny too. I thought Danny came out and made some plays and And so training camp-wise, we haven't been able to see him as much either. So I appreciate their professionalism and understanding this third game, and with some of the other guys not playing, them accepting that and I'm going out there and playing. And so I'm excited to watch the tape. But then once we watch this tape tonight on the plane ride home, tomorrow when tomorrow hits, I mean, it is all LA. So, yep, thank you.
Sam, are you where you guys want to be as a line yet?
No, we're still coming together, still gelling. I mean, that's really our third day, I believe, out there as a full offensive line unit. So, not where we want to be, obviously, and we got 2 weeks to prepare for the regular season, so we'll be back at it.
For how long then it took to kind of get to this point to have the 5 of you out there? I guess how good did it feel? What did you guys feel like you were able to accomplish?
It did feel good to start building, some continuity and understanding how to communicate with each other in a situation like that. We had a 2-minute to end the half, where we switched some protections around, changed some things on the fly. So it was good. It was good to get out there and understand how to communicate. Obviously, there's some blitzes that we got to pick up that we missed, but it was definitely good to get everybody out there and start working to get all guys on the same page.
What's it like to have Peters out there in game action for the first time and just know that he's going to be a part of your plan now going forward?
Awesome. To have a Hall of Famer out there, understanding his knowledge of the game and how much film he's seen, how many pass sets he's taken, how many run blocks he's taken, and just being able to pick his brain from a standpoint of how to be a professional athlete, how to be a very talented football player and to do it at a high level for a long time. I was just talking to him about his process week to week, just in the locker room right now. So understanding the level he's been at, really it's a blessing for everybody in the room.
What did you see from Justin as you guys were going through that 2-minute throw?
Confidence. That last throw was one of those throws where you're like, okay, that's one of those throws where that's a big time throw, big time catch by Jesper as well. But the protection was solid. He wasn't frazzled in the pocket, so it was good. It was a big time drive to be able to work that in preseason games is definitely important.
And before you guys walk into LA, you have 2 weeks now. What do you want to accomplish as an offensive line in this next stretch? Crossing that bridge to feel confident.
Yeah, just working on being on the same page, seeing things through one set of eyes as a unit. That's critical for offensive line play. If we can get that down and, just work on getting reps together, working on double teams, combinations, understanding protections, mic points, different alignments of defenses, and, how we can do that to make everybody's job easier. That's going to be the huge part.
Sam, you said how impressive the touchdown pass was. Did you see it, or I don't know where you were on the field when you threw it, but did you have to watch it on the scoreboard?
I watched it on the scoreboard after, yeah. I was kind of protecting. Well, I mean, when you see him roll out of the pocket and you see Jesper make the catch in the corner, I was kind of like, how did that happen? And then you watch it on the replay, you're like, wow, that's pretty impressive.
I was going to say, what did you say when you saw them?
Yeah, it was very impressive. It was a big-time throw.
When you talk about those things about changing protection, seeing everything through one eye, I mean, the quarterback's obviously a part of that. When you're limited reps that you've had with Justin, where do you feel like he's at with all that stuff?
It's something that comes with reps. He's getting better at seeing it. Being able to work with him this week was big time. Just being on the same page, that's important. Any offense in the NFL, the ones that communicate the best, and where he and I are on the same page, and the tackle and the guards are on the same page, and then the running back as well, because the running back's a part of protection as well. Sometimes you get tight ends, so we're on the right track with regards to that.
Thanks, Sam.
No problem, guys.
Justin, can you take us through the touchdown pass to Jesper, what you saw once you got outside the pocket and pull the trigger there?
Yeah, pre-snap I knew it was man, so he had a corner out on there, and Jasper, he does a great job, relaying to the quarterback and doing a great job at scramble drill. So I just saw Jasper and saw the defender had his back turned, and just gave him a chance, and of course he made a great catch.
He said he wasn't sure if it was for him or Dad. Definitely for him.
For my man Jasper, for sure, yeah, for sure.
What was that first half like for you? Not many plays until until you got that 2-minute drill? Do you kind of feel like, hey, I
Yeah,
took advantage of this opportunity?
yeah. I mean, I think the time of possession that the Titans had was crazy. So, of course, the offense wasn't able to get on the field as much as we wanted to. But, you know, when we did, we just wanted to take every opportunity we got to try to put the ball in the end zone. So it was good that we got that last 2-minute drive in and scored the touchdown.
The Titans played some of their starters and regulars. Did you feel maybe the upgrade in competition has been?
Yeah, you know, I think the Titans are a great team. Of course, they've been known for their defense a long time. So, you know, Coach Vrabel does a great job over there, and they have a lot of great athletes on their side of the ball.
When you're on a dead run there on the touchdown pass, what gives you the confidence that you can drop it in where only Jesper can catch it? He was talking about how, you know, it was either he or Daz or nobody.
Yeah.
That's what you want to do.
I mean, once you just rep it through practice, I mean, it just comes with repetition and, you know, just throwing on the run, indie drills and stuff like that. So, of course, me being a mobile quarterback, I have to be able to make throws like that when I'm a threat to the defense to run or pass.
Is there something that you feel like you have a special talent for?
I feel like I do it well. You know, I've been doing it for a long time, so you know, I'm just gonna keep getting better at it and hopefully keep making plays like I did today.
Justin, that drive was jump-started when you guys got the PI on the left side. What's the key to just putting that ball in a position where you can either get a catch or a penalty?
I mean, yeah, that was another play where, you know, the defender's back was turned, and, you know, in that situation, cover one, you're going to see a lot of man in preseason. And in that situation, you just want to put the ball where, of course, Jasper could get it or nobody. So that's what I did, and, you know, they threw a flag on that play.
How challenging is it now you got to get better without preseason reps now moving forward?
It's not challenging. You know, I'm not worried about that. You just got to take advantage of every practice rep I get. So, you know, I can't be defeated by, you know, there's no more preseason games. I just got to, you know, every rep in practice, every player that I get, I got to treat it like a game and get better on that play.
Talk to you about having patience with Coach Nagy's plan. What's it like for you now, not knowing when your next start is going to be, and how do you kind of approach that?
Just take it day by day. Don't worry about the future, because honestly, we don't know how long we're going to be on this earth, you know. So I'm just taking it day by day, taking it, you know, every practice, and just every play I get in practice, just focus on that play and just get better.
From your own self-assessment, what are some of the hurdles you think you still need to get over to be more ready to start in the NFL?
I think, you know, every aspect of the game I need to improve in. I'll probably say that for the rest of my playing career, but of course I think there's always room to improve, so I'm just going to try to get better each and every day.
After these 3 games, do you feel more ready? Do you feel ready to
I mean, of course, yeah. I feel like if you're going to play in the game, you should feel more ready. They're just playing in 3 preseason games for sure.
Where do you strike a balance between taking a chance on a tight window like the one you threw and being careful to avoid interceptions? Where do you?
Yeah. Of course, it's situationally, knowing the situation. You know, 2-minute drill, we want points on the board, and, you know, it's that certain play. So in that particular play, you know, the defender's back was turned. So in that situation, you want to put the ball where, you know, your receiver can get it, or it's going to be an incomplete pass. So that's you know, I think those are the things you have to look at when deciphering whether to, you know, tuck it and run or just throw the ball away.
Justin, how would you evaluate your preseason as a whole?
You know, I feel great about it. I felt like I got better each and every day, so I'm, you know, just going to stick to that plan and just try to keep on improving.
Nagy pointed out your ability to keep your eyes downfield, whether you're in the pocket or scrambling. Is that something you've always had, or is that something you've had to work on through the years?
You know, I feel like, you know, I've had great coaches in the past that have taught me, you know, I have a great throwing ability, but I also have a great running abilities. So, you know, to make the defense more stressed, you know, if you're out of the pocket, keeping your eyes downfield will definitely give your receivers more time to get open, and it's definitely harder for the DBs to cover for that long. So just being able to keep your eyes downfield when you're moving around in the pocket and scrambling definitely gives your offense a better chance at being successful in that certain play.
What did Matt Nagy tell you when he came off the sideline after the touchdown? And was it just an attaboy, or did he pull you aside and say anything?
He just said good job. You know, I think Coach Nagy just expects that from us. So of course, you know, he was excited, but you know, he expects us to execute the 2-minute drive because we do it, you know, countless times throughout the week. So you know, we just try to put ourselves in practice, put ourselves in game situations where we practice those situations. And of course, one popped up today, and at the end of the second quarter, and we executed.
Were you excited in the moment?
Of course, I was excited, you know. But me, I try to stay more even-keeled throughout the game, so that's just through the kind of, I guess, you know, personality I have, I guess you could say. Appreciate you.